Hi everyone, welcome to Arcadia Yoga. I'm so happy that you've joined us for these special 30 minutes. This flow today is going to be for a number of reasons. Number one, it is definitely safe to practice pre, during, and post-pregnancy. Certainly check in with your doctor if that's something that again feels safe to you. Certainly if you've practiced before and you've had a really good stretching routine pre-pregnancy, this should be great. But this flow is also good for so many of us who might feel particularly unmotivated or want a flow that is going to be using some movements that are great for toning and is a little bit slower and steadier. It can also be great for a specific time in your cycle where you're just not feeling 100% and you don't want to be sort of jumping around or doing any quick movements. So this flow is just going to be great for a lot of us during the week. So again, glad you're here. We are going to get started and we're going to start in hero's pose. So knees together. I am sitting on a block. You can be sitting on a pillow, bolster, or blanket if that feels good. Particularly if you have sort of sticky knees or you've had some knee injuries as I have, it can feel a little bit better to get elevated. You do want to be sitting back with your heels. Press your feet in towards the block if you are sitting on one. Roll your shoulders up by your earlobes and then roll them down your back. I encourage you, especially if you're just not feeling great and kind of feeling slow and unmotivated, flip your palms up to receive in energy in this practice. Nice tall spine, shoulders away from your ears, reach along through the crown of the head. Stretch long in your side bodies. I'm going to close down my eyes. I feel like that's just an easier way to settle in, to feel grounded, and to come into my own practice. And just start by deepening your breath, taking nice deep inhales through the nose. And your exhales can be either out the nose or mouth. Let's take 4 more deep breaths here in this space. Maybe there is a special intention that you'd like to set. I encourage you, if you're sort of having trouble finding one, to pick an I am statement. So I am brave, I am confident, I am calm, I am steady. And settle in. And really our goal for any yoga practice is to be able to keep the breath flowing and to keep this steady pace throughout your practice and to let it guide you. So let's just take one more deep inhale, one more deep exhale. Good. Slowly blink your eyes open and staying in this position. And if it's too much, just coming into a crisscross seat or any comfortable seated position. But inhale, both arms up, interlace your hands, and then take them at the nape of your neck. And we'll take 6 spinal stretches here. I have my thumbs on either side of my neck pointing down. Inhale. Start to pull your elbows away. Lift your heart and chest gaze up. And then exhale, round your shoulders, pull your elbows in towards one another. Scoop the belly up and in. 2 more times. Inhale, gaze up. And exhale, round. And this is really important here, especially if you are pregnant and practicing. Things and motions like this, another inhale, are so important. It is still so important to engage your core. Good, and then curl in on the exhale. Inhale, Come tall again, big breath in. And then exhale, side stretch over to your right. So lifting the left elbow up, right elbow down. Then inhale, come back towards center. And exhale, tick-tock the other direction. 2 more times both sides. Inhale. And exhale to stretch. Inhale, keep that length. And exhale. 1 more time each. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And then exhale. Good. Inhale, come back towards center, and we'll take the last of our 6 final stretches with some twists. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. And this time we're really just twisting at the navel, keeping the lower body squared off. Good. Inhale, center. And on your exhales, we're twisting to one side and then the next. Last time, both sides. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale. Come back towards center. Exhale your hands down. Start to make big shoulder rolls. So just rolling your shoulders up by your earlobes. I'm choosing to roll my shoulders back right now, keeping my palms face down on my legs. And then switch directions. So I'm rolling them forward, whichever way you chose. Not a problem. Keep the breath moving here. Just releasing any tension in the shoulders, soften in the face. Good. Finish up by rolling your shoulders back once more, and then bring your hands down, come off your block or pillow if you're on one, and then let's come into a tabletop position. So here in tabletop, let's take some organic movement. So just swaying the hips side to side, nodding the head yes and no, and maybe taking giant circles with the hips. And you can take a wide stance with the knees if that feels good. And then come back up into tabletop. Walk the big toes together, knees wide, sit the hips back on the heels, extend the arms out long, child's pose. So we're gonna come down. Now I'm gonna count silently for 5 breaths here. If you need to come out and come onto tabletop, come anytime. Forehead can come down to a block, pillow, or the mat. Starting now, 5 deep breaths. Inhale, start to come back up into your tabletop. Walk your knees back in. Separate the fingers so wide you can feel the webbing stretch. Shoulders over elbows over wrists, hips over the knees, pressing into the shoelaces. Engage your core here and coming into some cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly. Gaze forward, pull the shoulders back, spread the sitting bones wide. Exhale, tuck chin and pelvis, round the back up towards the ceiling, scoop the belly up and in. Good. 4 more times, pace of your own breath. Inhale to lift and exhale to curl. 3 more times. Really nice. Inhale. Come back towards this tabletop. Retuck the toes. Walk the hands out a bit and then come into a high push-up plank position. Finding some stability here in our plank, take a big breath in and a big breath out. Deep breath in and exhale, downward facing dog. Hips are high. You can walk the feet wide. Give yourself enough space wherever you are. Taking a wide downward facing dog can be just a little more gentle and accessible for all of us. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good. We're going to take some downward facing dog to plank rolls. When ready, inhale, lift up onto your tippy toes, bend the knees, take a big breath in. Exhale, shoot forward towards your high plank. Take a full breath in here. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, shoot forward into plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. 1 more time. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, high push-up plank position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out if you need to. Inhale, look forward towards the top of the mat. Exhale, walk your feet forward to a forward fold. Take the fold really wide if you need to. So feet as wide as your mat or even all the way off of your mat. Lower the chest and the head down. I know it can feel a lot here. If you're in your 3rd trimester or you're really into just creating space, you can put your hands onto a block and bend the knees and then tuck the chin and head. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then inhale. Slow rise all the way up to mountain. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Press your palms together. I'm going to walk my feet in towards hips distance. Take whatever stance, wide or short, that feels good for you. Again, palms up. Big inhale, gaze up towards the ceiling. Little mini back bend here. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Gentle bend in the knees. Engage the core. Tuck the tailbone down. Roll the shoulders up and back. Reach long through the crown of the head. Big breath in. Big breath out. Honor the fact that you're showing up for yourself. You are doing this. You are moving. Big breath in. And exhale, hands come down. Good. On the next inhale, chair pose. So bend the knees deeply, reach the arms up. Imagine like you're holding a beach ball. The weight should be now in your heels. Full breath in. Exhale, airplane arms. Hold here. We're going to be doing some pulses, which is great for toning. Engage the core, keeping us from being in a place that's too stagnant. So when you're ready, inhale, mountain pose. Come all the way up, prayer hands at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms back. Pause here. Inhale, just move the arms up. Exhale, arms back. Keep powering it up 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, mountain pose. Take a wide stance with your feet. Big breath in. And exhale, forward folds. Come all the way down to the ground to your block. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take your hands down and step back, knees down into tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. 1 more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Retuck the toes. Inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. So good, you guys. I'm going to take that one more time. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, look forward towards the top. Exhale, walk the feet up into our forward fold. Good. Inhale, mountain pose. Arms come all the way up. Reach up. Palms together. Take a little mini back bend. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Take an inhale into chair pose. Good. Exhale, airplane the arms back. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come all the way up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, knees down into tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Retuck the toes. Next inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here. If you need to take child's pose or drop the knees down into tabletop, do so. 2 deep breaths here. Continue moving that breath. Cue changes here and moving through our flow. Put the weight into the left foot. It might help to move it towards the center of your mat. Inhale, lift up the right leg. Big breath in. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Good. We want to look down and be on 2 separate train tracks here. Spin the left heel down, close up the hips. Inhale, warrior 1. Arms come up. Good, holding that imaginary beach ball. Big breath in, keep bending into the right knee. And full breath out. Good, big breath in. Exhale, interlace your hands at your low back. And then next inhale, shoulders pinch together, gaze up, knuckles draw down the glutes with the exhale. Full breath in, full breath out. Good, inhale, release the hands. Exhale, hands come down, lift up the left heel, left knee to the ground. Untuck the left toes, walk your right foot out. Coming into our lizard pose. So as you can see, my hands are to the inside of my right foot. If it helps to be up on a block, again, to find that space, absolutely go for it. Take a big breath in, move the hips backwards, and then exhale, pulse forward. Good, 2 more times. Inhale, and exhale. Last time, inhale, and exhale. We'll pause here for 2 deep breaths. If you'd like to come all the way down on your forearms, that's accessible to you. 1 more deep breath. Good. Exhale, remove the block. Come back onto your hands, lift the back leg. Big breath in, step the right leg back, and exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in, and full breath out. Walking the right foot back in towards center. Inhale, lift the left leg or foot. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Again, you want to be on 2 train tracks here. Seal the right heel down, and when you're ready, inhale, warrior 1. So the hips are squared closed. Hips and belly button shoulders are forward. Keep bending into the left knee, arms up, holding that beach ball. Big breath in. Big breath out. Deep inhale. Exhale, interlace the hands at the low back. Inhale, pinch shoulders together, puff the heart up. Exhale, draw the knuckles down the glutes. Keep the breath moving here. Keep scissoring the inner thighs together. Full breath in. Exhale, release the hands. Come all the way down to the mat. Lift up the right heel. Take the right knee down. Untuck the right toes. You can heel toe the left foot out as wide as you need. Come onto your hands or a block. Pulses here. Inhale, hips back. Exhale, hips forward. And we do want to be careful. Let's continue this movement with our breath. But oftentimes throughout pregnancy or even just different times in our life, we might feel extra stiff or even, especially in pregnancy, extra flexible. I really want you to feel, one more breath here, that you are still using your muscles safely to protect yourself from overstretching in your tendons. Good. Pause here in stillness. If you'd like to come down onto your forearms, you have time to do so. 2 deep breaths. Last one. Good. Exhale, remove the block. If you have it, press into the hands. Lift the right leg. Inhale, step the left leg back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Full breath in. Then full breath out. Good. We're going to take that and add just a little bit into that warrior one flow. So step the left foot in towards center. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it forward. Seal the left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Come all the way up. Exhale, interlace your hands at the low back. Inhale, pinch shoulders, gaze up. And then exhale, draw the knuckles down. Stay here, or if it's accessible to you, big breath in. Exhale, humble warrior. This is safe. It's just based on your comfort and the space you have in your belly. Take a very wide stance. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, hands come all the way down to the ground. This time, spinning your heels parallel to the left side of your mat. Wide leg forward fold. So inhale, nice long arms. Exhale, fold. Take a deep bend in the knees if you need to. If it feels good to stay high on the hands and even sway side to side into the knee and the back of the leg. I love for my practice to just encourage people to move the way their body feels like they need it and have some organic movement. Come back in towards center, take a nice half lift, and then exhale, crawl back to the top of the mat. Step the right leg back, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. One little bit left of hard work on the left side. Step the right foot in towards center. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it forward. Seal the right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands interlace at the low back. Good. Pinch shoulder blades. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, draw the knuckles down. Again, only if it feels good for you. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, dive on down, humble warrior. Keep scissoring the inner thighs together. Press down into the soles of the feet. Good, big breath in. Exhale, hands come down. This time is spinning your heels parallel to the right side of your mat. Big breath in. And exhale, wide forward fold. If you take a traditional fold, you can grab the outside edges of the ankles, of your shins. Roll the weight forward into the toes. Full breath in. and out. Good, release the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk towards the top of the mat. Plant the hands down. Step the left foot back. Big breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath. And then exhale, child's pose. Knees wide, big toes to touch. We're going to be here for 4 deep, quiet breaths. Again, just let your breath guide you here and cue you to start to slow down. Good. Next inhale, start to crawl your hands back and then come onto a comfortable seated position. Bring your legs out in front. Even in my coaching days, I used to call this a TV stretch. So start to walk the left heel in. Hands come back behind you so the left knee is bent. And then inhale, take the right ankle over the left knee. Again, give yourself the space that you need. This sort of stretch here is very similar to pigeon. So if pigeon is not accessible to you, you can always take this seated or all the way down on the ground, which we typically call like a supine figure 4. So flex the right foot, actively press the right knee away from your face while you're continuing to walk the left heel in as close as you can and pressing the left knee towards your face. Pull the shoulders back, press your chest closer to the right leg. 2 more breaths here. Good. Take a big breath in and then exhale, release. Wiggle the legs out if you need to, and then we'll switch to the other side. Walk the right heel in and then inhale, left ankle over the right knee. Flex the left foot, press the left knee away from the face while you're actively pulling that right knee in towards your face and walking the heel in close to your glute. Keep the hips even. Shoulders back, chest puffs up. Big breath in. Big breath out. Awesome job, you guys. 2 more here. Good, deep inhale, and then exhale, release. Good, and we're gonna come right into a butterfly shape pose. So soles of the feet together, knees wide. You can take your feet more in a diamond shape or hug the ankles close in towards your hips. Take your hands to your feet as if you're reading a book, or I like to clasp them over my toes. Inhale, spine is nice and long, and then exhale, elbows wide, pull yourself in. Now while I'm here, what I'd like to encourage all of you to do, if you need space, if you need a really gentle practice, if you need to make room for your growing belly, again, walk the feet out a little bit wider. It's okay to round the spine. Take the elbows so that they rest on your knees. And just reach your arms out and tuck the chin. Use this time to maybe have a nice neck stretch. Two more breaths here. Last one. Good. Inhale, come all the way back up. Gather your knees in together. And then just really carefully take your hands behind your hips. And then windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Good. And then coming back in towards center, we're going to come all the way down on the back, but we're not going to be here for long. Sometimes if you're not feeling great, you're, just maybe you're experiencing like getting over a cold or feeling nauseous, or again, you are pregnant. Sometimes laying all the way down on your back, especially when the baby is really pressing in on you, it doesn't tend to feel the greatest. So we're going to take some very gentle, safe twists here. We'll take some happy baby, and then we're going to end in Shavasana in the fetal position on our left side. So just kind of know where you're going here. So let's come all the way down to our back. Be careful here. Bring your knees as wide as you need to bring them close in towards your chest. Give them a good squeeze. And then release. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, drop both knees over to the left side. You can scoot your right hips over. Now, depending on where you are, and just in your body and in your practice, you can stay here rolled all the way over to the left. If it's accessible to you, you can start to open up your shoulders and lay your shoulders flat on the ground, taking your arms to a cactus or a T. 3 deep breaths here. Finish up your next inhale and exhale. And then inhale, bring both knees back in towards center. Use your feet as needed. Take a big breath in, and then exhale. Drop your knees over to the right side. Same thing here. You can roll all the way over onto your right side, or you can start to open up your shoulders, taking your arms out to a T or cactus, and taking 3 deep breaths. Great job. Take your last inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale. Bring your knees back in towards center. And again, start to squeeze them in towards your chest. And we'll take happy baby. So leaving enough room for the belly, hands come to the inside or outside arches of the feet. Maybe you start to rock side to side. You can extend one leg at a time. Trying your best to keep your shoulders as low as possible and your lower back sealed down to the mat. One more breath here. And exhale, release. Good. Soles of the feet down to the mat. And we're coming into our final resting pose with Shavasana. It might feel good to take your feet out wide and knock your knees in towards one another, taking your hands to your belly, your hips, your heart and chest, one on the belly, one on the chest. And again, like I mentioned before, if this is not feeling quite right to you, I encourage you to roll all the way over onto your left side, head onto your left arm, and just softening in here, thanking yourself for showing up for your practice, for moving, for creating space in the body, for being patient and compassionate with yourself. hopefully our mood has improved. We've created some circulation and some flow to sort of get unstuck. You're welcome to stay here as long as you need. But if you want to end your practice with me, you can start to come up into a gentle seated position. Once more, close down your eyes and inhale both arms up above your head. Press your palms together and exhale, thumbs to heart center. One more deep breath in and a deep breath out. Thank you so much for joining me and for sharing with your practice today. As always, bloom where you are planted. Join me next time. Subscribe to my channel so you get updates with any new flows that I post. Check out the different playlists and let me know what you think. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.